So my mom and her sisters are having to sell off my grandma's estate to pay for her care for the rest of her life. And so we all got the opportunity to go to my grandma's and get some things that we wanted. So I'm going to show y'all everything that I got from my grandma's. First up is this milling cabinet. This is absolutely gorgeous. My grandma has had this in her sewing room my entire life. And I remember being a little girl and thinking that it was the prettiest thing I had ever seen. And I told my mom that I wanted it as well as my grandma, and they said, you can have that. And so I brought it home because I felt like this holds all of my grandma's little sewing secrets inside of it. The funny thing is though, is when I was a little girl, I thought this cabinet was enormous. I thought it was so big and so tall. And now being an adult and a big girl, when I look at it, I was like, it's really not that big. But it fit perfect in this space right here in my living room, and I absolutely love it. On top of my grandma's kitchen cabinet, she had all these porcelain churches. So my mom got them all for me, her, and my sister, and she divided them up. So this is one of the ones that I got, and I love it. This little clock right here was my grandma and grandpa's alarm clock. I don't even know if it works anymore, but I had to have it because it was theirs. I got my grandma's cake stand, and I absolutely love this piece, and I'm so scared to put a cake in it because I do not want to mess it up. Another cute little clock that was on my grandma's nightstand that I had to have. My grandpa was a clock maker, so anything that has to do with clocks that was at my grandma and grandpa's house, I definitely wanted to have. And one of my absolute probably favorite things that I got from my grandma's house is all of her cookbooks. My grandmother was an amazing cook. My mama never cooked and she did not like to cook, so I told mama I want everything that has to do with grandma's cookbooks, and I got them all. This is my grandma's recipe box. She has everything labeled by what it is, like canned goods, ice cream, pies, that kind of stuff. Now, I will say I cannot read my grandma's handwriting because she wrote everything in cursive, but my kids can read it, so we will definitely be using this. This Betty Crocker cookbook my grandmother got when she got married, and it has definitely been used, which I am so excited to have. Of course, I grabbed up her ball canning book, but I got this little treasure inside of it. I don't even know how old this little cookbook is right here because there is no date on it. But when I tell you this one has been very well used, it definitely has. So that was a gem. I love old cookbooks that are anything from 1985 and back. So of course I had to grab these. And this was just another treasure trove of recipes that my grandma has cut out of magazines that she's wrote out herself. And she has them all organized inside this little booklet, as well as her little friends that she had with the Red Hat Society made a cookbook. And they all have all their little recipes down inside here. I know all of these are just things, but when it comes to my grandma, it reminds me of her, and I will absolutely cherish these and hopefully one day give them to my kids.